10:05. I guess she'll come in as well.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, we'll just continue. I'm sure she'll join in. So as we all know, we are the Real Women Global Community. This was a brainchild of Sheetal, and it started with the words, and then we became a community because this is more permanent, and we would like to stay connected to each other as well. And we are women in construction, different parts of or different sectors of construction, and we have a presence in 18 cities globally. So next one, Dipti. So our vision is to be a global community that encourages, empowers, and enriches women. As we know, you've been seeing us doing that for the last 2 years as well. And our mission is to promote engagement of women. And so that's the reason we're trying to expand, get in more members from different sectors as well, so that we learn from each other. These are our values. We believe in integrity, commitment, respect, encouragement, collaboration. And that's why we keep encouraging you all to work with each other as well, so that we can collaborate and do projects together too. The next phase. Our objectives are learning. That is what we are doing today. Learning and development. So we create opportunities as well. So we keep on putting if anybody is interested in joining any projects or if anything is going to happen, we also network with each other to see if anybody wants to work with us on certain projects. We have She Guides as well, which is a mentoring program. We're also collaborating and executing many projects together among us. And I think many of us should start speaking about it in the groups too. We always celebrate and recognize your success through our various channels like the Spotlight channel and the She Bills, wherein we want to showcase your work as well in the digital media. And these are some of the categories. As you can see, we are a full package. We have architects, MEP consultants, we have contractors, interior designers. We have got unique category where we have artists and anybody related to the construction industry as well. So, in fact, that's a dream to kind of design projects together from all of us as well, where all of us are contributing to the project too someday. So over to you, Sheetal, for the next ones to welcome the new members and take it ahead.
Okay, first of all, welcome all the real women from 18 cities across India, and of course, Raji from Singapore, and one more member we have in Dubai. She has not joined today, but warm welcome to all of you. It's uh, pleasure to see all these beautiful faces in the morning. So I take this opportunity to welcome the new members. Who are the new members who have joined? I think Rupali Gupte has joined. Rupali, can you put your video on?
Yeah, sure. Hi, good morning.
Hi,
Give
good
me a minute.
morning. So, Rupali, you please introduce yourself in around 10-20 seconds
Sure, sure.
about
Give me.
your name, your profession, and everything about you in 10-15 seconds. Yeah. Thank you.
Hi, am I visible?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, good morning. Good morning. Of course, lovely faces, and so proud to be a part of the team. I am an academician. I was a principal of uh, Srimati KL Tiwari College of Architecture and 15 years into education industry. Before this, I was also conducting, I was into professional practice and I did quite a few commercial projects, turnkey projects, pan India. And now I'm fully into academics. Right now, I have my firm who is guiding architects, young architects, and showing them different avenues. So that is where I bridge the community of construction and architecture women, where you all would come in the picture, where we can arrange initiatives with the colleges in India, whom I am, associated with because I am a board of studies panel member for different colleges also. So once I come to know, and I have a word with Sheetal also soon about what initiatives I can bring into the community and wherein we can collaborate further to benefit the student community at large. So that's it from my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rupali, and I'm really looking forward to meet you
Yes.
soon,
Yeah.
and we can discuss this further.
Yeah.
Any new member joined apart from Rupali? Anyways, please clap, clap, clap for Rupali and give her a warm welcome.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
you.
Thank you very
Chalo,
much.
go next. Go to the next slide. Okay, so this is our amazing core team member and my lifeline for running this community. So Madhulika, who is right now uh, right now heading she unwinds. So now what we have is object you Raji has already given you what objectives we have. So based on objective we have created different initiatives. So she unwinds is something which Madhulika is heading. She is coming up with some interesting competitions, and she unwinds events for you. So stay tuned on the WhatsApp group for that. Then Yogini is brilliantly heading She Builds, and I think many of you are giving good response for this initiative. Amita is heading She Leads and She Guides, and I think our She Guides first batch is already over, and now soon we will be starting the second batch. Then Raji is heading She Elevates. So today what session we have is under She Elevates. And sorry, I'm not able to see the down.
It's She Networks.
She Network and She Network. So we have 1 month She Levets and 1 month we have She Network. So these two initiatives are headed by Raji. Then Parul is coming up with one initiative called She Inspires. She will soon announce about that. And Sonali, as you know, she is doing industrial visits, arranging all industrial visits for us. So that is under the initiative of She Explores. So this is our amazing core team. Next. And then this year we have this gorgeous team of regional ambassadors. So we have Navita, who is heading Hyderabad, Bhagwati, who is heading Bangalore, Alina is heading Delhi, Avni is heading Ahmedabad, Rashida is heading Pune, Shilpa is heading Chennai, and Niyati is heading Mumbai. So they are arranging, and they are working on different, meetings, and how we can do differently. So it's all these regional chapters are there, baby, and they're coming up with different plans with you. So please stay tuned on your groups, and also support them in whenever they are arranging some meetings or some initiatives they are taking up. Go next. Yes, I think over to Madhulika for next part. Yeah, this is the video about what networking meetings which happened in Mumbai, then Gujarat and Hyderabad. So Navita had arranged a paint workshop kind of thing. So it was glass painting workshop, and I think everybody loved it. You can see some amazing pictures over here. And this is Gujarat tribe, headed by Amni, and they had a lot of gupshup over, I think. What you had, food, Amni? Lot of gupshup over tea, and maybe handwa, thepla, I don't know what they had. That's our youngest member, Millie. And this is Pune, which is headed by our super enthusiastic Rashida. Yeah, so we had some amazing network meets in our chapters last month. So over to Madhulika for next part of the meeting. Thank you. Madhulika, you're there?
Madhulika, you'll have to mute. You're unmuted, sir. Please unmute.
Okay. Okay, sorry. So I think that was a wonderful video that we saw of all our meets, and definitely there are a few things that we want to know. Like, Rashida has shown some card tricks, and we all want to see those. So next time, probably we're gonna have something of those sorts, and there were a lot of other lunch meets also, like where people were meeting and multiple times, and it was wonderful. And moving ahead from there, I think there's a very good initiative that we have, which is called as She Builds. And Yogini is, spearheading that, and she's doing a wonderful job. And we've got the intention of that is, you have, I mean, all of us do so much good work, so everyone should know about it. And hence, everyone has an opportunity to talk about their project. So it's like a spotlight on you and your project, the work that you do. So be it some architectural project, like, the what we have, the hotel that Khushbu was talking about, or Binjan, there you have Alina, you have Vishakha there, Amita, Tejaswini is there, Isha, or Ashmi. So all of these projects, everyone was able to, we spoke about, we got them, gave them the spotlight, and I think more and more of you should come ahead so everyone will learn about the work that you are doing. Then after the next is we have She Leads. So, amongst us, we have really some great pioneers and people who have vast experience and bank of knowledge, and we all want to learn from there. So, be it Amita ma'am or Archana, and we have so many people who can, tell us a lot about what they have done. And we had certain, and of course, Ashita is also there, and we had some amazing sessions, and people really learned a lot from them. So that was those were wonderful sessions that we had, and I think we are going to continue these further. And Amita is doing a good job taking care of these, and she's also got a very good team who helps her with it. So then after that, we also have something called as She Guides. And in that, we have a very good combination of the mentor and mentee. And we have our own angels who, coordinate, help them. So what happens is, a mentee could identify what they are, you have certain problem areas. And then we match the mentees to with the right mentor, and they guide them through. So the first season was amazing, and now we're going to continue with that. So looking forward for new people to come and be mentors as well as mentees, and our angels will always be there. Next, I think we'll move on to Sonali. She will talk about this.
So good morning, everybody. I think we've had wonderful visits that we've done before. Last visit that we had in June was Geo World in Mumbai, and it was behind the scenes. We got to see where the rich of India celebrate weddings and festivals, and then we also got to see how the whole setup functions, the heart and soul of that building, right? From all the STP, the services, everything. I think if we get enough people, we can try setting up another one for those who've missed. But coming up next, 20th September, Saturday, we have a visit in Chennai. This is another interesting visit. We are going to go visit a 3D printing facility. The image that you see, IIT Guest House, that's been 3D printed. And Ankita, who's another member of ours, is going to be doing this visit for us. So besides visiting this facility, we are going to go tour IIT Madras. We are going to have an interactive session with the women faculty of the civil engineering department there to understand what is it that they do, how they can do better, industry ready students who are coming there, and also for us to be inspired to see what all students are doing beyond their course curriculum. So I highly encourage everybody. It's a whole day activity that we've planned, and do not miss this. Next one. We've done Geo World, I mentioned, but we've had visits in Ahmedabad, we've done Hyderabad, we've Bangalore multiple times. In Pune also we've done visits. Our goal is that every couple of months, every 3 months, in a different city where we have our members, we'll be planning. So after Chennai, we are planning out of Mumbai again. Anybody wants to give suggestions on where it should be, most welcome. Please drop us a message, and I'm very happy to coordinate. Next one. So besides this, we also have a lot of MOUs that we have with different organizations. The idea behind having MOU is we get to meet with colleagues from other organizations. We get to see what they are doing. It also gives our members an opportunity to participate in their events. So we have an MOU with Ishre, with Wiki, with Inback. The idea again is if any of you know of events that these organizations are doing as TRW, or when they reach out to us to participate, we can definitely recommend you to speak there. So if you have interest in engaging with members in these organizations, again, reach out. And then we have a very interesting MOU that we are working on, and it's going to be a big thing we'll announce soon.
Yeah, looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
Parul?
And
Yes.
yeah, and I'm very happy to share our members' success story of past few months, and very honored to say this. Like Sheetal was featured in Architectural Digest, which we all know as a AD, and the most important thing, and this is the proud for TRWGC, that she was the amongst the 8 women leaders in construction. She was the only representative from India who rules she's rewriting the. A new chapter in male dominating industry. So we should all have a clap, clap, clap for Sheetal. Yeah. So yes, Sheetal. And then we have a architect Navita. She was facilitated by the governor of Telangana for her project. Aditi Shah, she is from Ahmedabad, and she got an award for All India Silver for Mitsubishi Electronic. She is in HVAC. And Meena Muruguppan, she wins an award in with Oregano by the Meza. And Anshul Gujarati, she is from Pune, and she was on the stage of Green Kumbha at Nashik, and she was again sharing her concept for the green city and how she can go for the sustainability and all. And Jyoti Gill, she was again featured in the Architectural Digest as a top architect of country. Next, please. And I would like to share the benefits of membership. So here we have seen that what we are doing throughout the month and throughout every like everyone has a different roles, and we are trying to engage each and every member. But how this membership, TRWGC membership, will give you more benefit. So that is the most important thing. If you are missing out of any of the meeting that we conduct every month, the knowledge station and all other things, you have access to all the recorded session. You have an opportunity to publish your work in SheBuild, which is there as our weekly engaging activity. Then you have a business growth and job opportunity related opportunity networking session, which we do it on a Friday once in a month Friday, and where you can do a networking session with TRWGC members, where you can share your thoughts, whatever the Raji gives us the topic, very interesting topic always she gives us, and we discuss how we can work on that topic, or how we can overcome the given challenges or the problem. And you always have a support from all the powerful women in this group from that field and from that sector. And opportunity to join the mentorship program. We just Madhulika mentioned this mentor-mentee program, and where you can again get all the knowledge and all hand-holding to your whatever the challenges you have. And as we have mentioned, we do every other month, we have one or the other event or one or the other program is going on, and you have a free or a discounted access to all the wide range of event of TRWGC. And if you have not taken any membership, then you have a chance. Dipti, next slide, please. And if you have not taken membership, you have a chance just to scan this and be a part of our group TRWGC, a global community, and where you have all the access with us and you have all the enjoyable session with us. Over to you, Raji.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. And we do have Chetna among us. Hi, Chetna. Lovely to see you finally on this forum as well. Dipti, if you can go on to the next slide, please. Yes. So, good morning, Chetna. I hope you could listen to. Yeah, we can hear you. Yes, great. So I've been talking to Chetna on and off. It's been nearly 6 months that we've been talking on and off and trying to get you in for these sessions as well. And there was something or the other not coming up, but I'm absolutely really proud to invite Chetna to our session out here. Chetna is a founder of her company is called as Morningstar, and best part what I like is she's a TEDx speaker as well. She's done the Goldman Sachs like us, and she's also a brand strategy expert. And the first thing that I told her is, Chetna, please don't mind me. I don't know what you do. Can you please tell me in layman language what do you do exactly, and how are you going to kind of help people like us who are entrepreneurs and intrapreneurs? And something that I took away after speaking to her, last week was that I think when we deal with people, it's all about perception. I'm sure you all will realize when you deal with a client, you deal with a person, you deal with your staff, you deal with a contractor. It is all about the perception you have about that person, the way he comes across, what you've got in your mind about that person. So Chetna is that person. She does this. She's into communication. She will help us build that perception about ourselves to others, and also help us become a bit more brand conscious and stronger so that we can command a price from our clients as well. We can negotiate better. We'll be on a slightly higher position. So these were some of the pain points I've been listening to from the women in our cohort as well, and all of us. So I requested Chetna if she could kind of throw light on these kind of topics. So Chetna, really proud to have you with us, and it's an honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Raji, and thank you, everyone. Good morning. So lovely to see all these women here, all glowing with professional success early on a Saturday morning. Great. So thank you for the kind introduction, Raji. I will explain in one sentence, like you said, in absolute layman terms. Uh, what I do for my clients, and my clients are only a handful of them are entrepreneurs and intrapreneurs. 98% of my clients are corporates. But what we do for both is the same thing. You make a business go from good to great. Now, from the journey from good to great has to start here.
Hmm.
Then it has to come through your communication. For corporates, the communication then moves into their marketing, their communication, their PR, their LinkedIn, all of that. For entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs like all of us here, it is all about our own communication with the outside world, our own internal dialogue also. Now, not many will realize this, but our internal dialogue about what we do will affect how we speak about ourselves and our work. And in a gender imbalanced industry like this, I don't like to use the word male dominated. I don't want to give them any more domination that they already have. So I call it gender imbalanced industry like this, and slightly unorganized. Obviously, अगर वो gender है तो slightly unorganized ही होगी ना? I mean, all the world's organizing and admin is natural capabilities of women. We are born administrators, we are born organizers. So, in this gender imbalanced and slightly inorganized industry, uh, this becomes even more important. So, that's the essence of today's session. Um, I have a hard stop at 11:45, so I don't want to spend a lot of time in going around the topic. I'll come straight to the topic. Can I share my screen? I have
Sure,
a
sure.
prepared.
Yeah.
Okay, so although the introduction is done, but the introduction is done, but I thought I will put this up as the first slide. So Raji has already introduced me very well. So I'm going to move on from this. So today, what we are talking about is how do you communicate your worth? And why personal branding and thought leadership is very important for women in construction. First thing I want to ask you, uh, do not confuse personal branding with what you see on Instagram. We are
Hmm.
not trying to be influencers here. No.
Hmm.
We are not trying to build a personal brand by becoming a product or by becoming a brand in in the way that social media does to people. That is not what we mean by personal branding. Personal branding and thought leadership for an individual means that you become the solution, that you become the product, that you become synonymous. So, for example, if a business, or in your case, a developer who could be your customer, has a problem, okay, I'm just seeing a name here. Please don't, this is not personal. So, Amita Thakur Desai, okay? So, let's say I'm a developer and I come across a problem, and the first thing that I tell my team, let's talk to Amita. Then Amita has become a personal brand. Then Amita has developed thought leadership in the industry. When your name becomes the answer, when your name becomes a solution to a problem being discussed in a boardroom, you've become a personal brand. You've achieved thought leadership. When people uh, think of asking your views about something, your opinion on something, you've become an opinion leader, you've become a thought leader. And that is the space. Don't we all want to occupy that space in our own sector,
Yeah.
and we want our clients, our prospective clients, our peers to say, Acha, you are stuck on this, call Raji. She might have, like an answer to this. That is the end goal. When you reach that stage, do you think you will have trouble asking for your worth?
No.
You
Okay.
won't,
Yeah.
right? So that is what today's talk is about. How do you communicate your worth? Cool. So this is actually a sentence I heard in a TED Talk. I
Mm.
was so impressed with this session. And then Times of India asked me to write an article around this. The article was published last week. I think Raji has seen it.
Yeah.
It was published in the print newspaper of the Mumbai edition. It is about own it and ask for it, your worth, right? So, what we're saying here is no one will ever pay what you're worth. They won't. They'll only pay what you think you're worth. So, you can't blame your clients or the world for paying you less than your worth, because they are only paying what you're exhibiting, what you're showing them your worth is. And where do most you must have heard talks or read about the imposter syndrome that a lot of
Yeah.
successful women suffered from. We don't think enough of our worth. We therefore communicate and exhibit that, and that is why we get paid less than our male counterparts. There has been a study where they said if 50 applicants applied for a job, women were applying only after they matched 80 to 85% of the requirements in the job description. So only after women saw that, yes, I have 8 out of these qualifications, I will apply to this job. Men see 5 out of 10 and apply. Wow, that confidence. They get through also because they overestimate their worth. And because of a lot of historical, societal, psychological history, we underestimate our worth. And it happens to the best of us. It has happened to me as well. So, not an expert until you've been through that journey and corrected that bit about yourself. So, that's what we are doing here. So, the first thing I want to ask you now is how many of you have felt that a client either undervalued you or did not value the output enough and decided the fee on perception? Has this happened to you? A show of,
Always.
yeah, it's happened to most of us. How many times have you in a meeting, you're sitting across the table, said a price, and as soon as you finished saying the price, your internal dialogue goes, should I have said slightly less? Am I going
Mm.
to lose this? Again, happens to the best of us. So you see what is happening here. They are not paying what we are worth. They are paying what we think we are worth. So of course, this subject will also go into a lot of things like negotiation, etc. One of my subjects in IIM Calcutta was negotiation and argumentation. So that's a whole long talk in itself. But coming back to how we control their thinking about our worth. So what happens is we'll stay on this slide for a bit. How do we ensure that we think and communicate our worth? We need to close the gap in between our mind and our mouth and what we think we are worth. Firstly, we will look at the value and perception gap because at the end of the day, it comes down to perception. So, to give you an example, when you go to a luxury mall, you expect luxury prices, you expect luxury treatment. You Most of you will even dress accordingly when you're going to a luxury mall versus when you're going to the neighborhood lane where you have these standalone mom and pop shops. Your expectation is different. Therefore, you behave differently, you bargain differently, you buy differently, and the value in your mind is different. It's the same as when you're handling an expensive phone, you're afraid to drop it. Versus when we were all beginning in our career, and most of us, I think it's a safe assumption, are 40 and above, or at least late 30s, the youngest ones. When we started using mobile phones, they were indestructible, those Nokia ones. Today, when we are using these fancy phones, the Fold and the iPhone, we don't want to drop them because they're expensive. So that is how a non-living thing has managed to influence how we treat it. And here we are struggling to communicate our worth. And I don't want you to take offense on the word struggling. Everyone in this room is successful, but we are still struggling in communicating our price. And after communicating, asking and receiving that price. So that's what this is about. Let's understand why that happens. The value that you put to it will become the perception. Then that perception over a period of time becomes an assumption. Are Hema will do it at this price. Are Hema always does it at this price. Are Hema kahin nahi ja rahi hai. Hema has been working with us for so long. Are Hema is comfortable. Are 2 times I've asked Madhulika, both the times she's lowered the price. She'll do it. Madhulika is very easy to deal with. She'll do it. As women, we are taught generationally to be easy, adaptable, nice. Nice is the word. Everyone told us, be nice, be respectful, accommodate. And even when we become largely successful in our careers, a lot of us remain nice. Nice is your enemy. Be a good person, don't be a nice person. So I'll give you an example. There is this construction industry client. How do I lower my hand? 1 second. Yeah, sorry. Apple just assumes all gestures it needs to work on. Yes. So there is this construction client of mine. The first time I worked with them was 2015, so 10 years ago. Okay. And this is a real story. I'm going to be using real details, and I expect that they stay in this room. For one particular service in 2015, I charged them 1 lakh for one service once. So it was not the total project fee. So think of it as if it were a school, this was your monthly fees, 1 lakh. We worked for say 2 to 3 years, then wo project khatam ho gaya. Then he came to me for another project. Then that lasted about a year and a half, 2 years. So wo khatam ho gaya. So in 10 years, let's say we worked together a total of 5 years, which is a decent length of time. And we started with 1 lakh, but with time, because the price remained the same, the delivery and the terms of engagement changed. Very poor example, but if you pick up a packet of Lays today, it is still 10 rupees, but the chips inside are less. Correct? Everyone's fooling us. Parle ji utha lo, grammage kam ho gayi hai. Biscuit ki size, thickness, weight kam ho gayi hai. So what do you do when the market is not willing to pay more? You adjust the service. You adjust the payment terms. A lot of times our clients say, oh, but we've always paid this much. Oh, but our budget is not beyond this much. We are very nice people. We are very quick to adapt. Okay, fine, I'll do it at this price. Do it at that price if you must, but backward adjust the service, the delivery, the payment terms. So this client came to me now and he said, I want to sign you for 8 years. Now I want you to do the math. The original unit was 1 lakh for one service, one instance. Okay, which was spread across 5 years at different points of time and different levels of delivery also. Now here he's trying to strike a bulk deal by saying 8 years and monthly. Like I said, think of it as a school, right? So there is a monthly fees. And he expects it to happen at 1 lakh because according to him, it's 8 years, right? And if I genuinely do the maths, if I genuinely think in terms of lump sum and wholesale, I should give them a very good price. Because tomorrow, if a client came to you and assured you a certain revenue month on month for 8 years, you should logically consider giving them the best price possible. Very good intention. What happens if they drop out in the third year? What happens if some regulation changes? You must have read in the news, I think about 2 weeks ago, one Supreme Court regulation for because of which 434 construction projects were stuck. It finally opened. It opened after 8 years. What happened to people who had made promises to those projects? Service providers, entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs like you and I, we were stuck, right? So there is also the opportunity cost, the uncertainty cost, and the uncertainty cost in our industry, in the construction industry, is very high. I'm sure all of you will agree to that. So I said, you know what? Great, yes, bulk pricing, superb. I am not the person I was in 2015 when you came to me. I'm not that person anymore. And I'm sure you're not that person anymore. Which is why back then you kept signing for 6 months, 1 year, 6 months, 1 year, and 5 years was spread across a total length of 10 years. Today, you're not that person. You are taking on a project that you know will take 8 years for you to construct and deliver. So you've also taken a leap. I have taken a leap in these 10 years. I have grown as an individual, as a professional. These are my achievements in the last 10 years. I cannot work at the same price. I can, however, give you the lump sum benefit of assuring me 8 years of guaranteed revenue. Having said that, the market is unkind. India is not the easiest place to be in the construction industry. Therefore, to be fair to these changing dynamics, I'm attaching an exit fee. If I exit because I give up, then this is the exit fee that I will bear. If you exit because government regulations change, you run out of funds, your partner dies, whatever happens, and you cannot complete these 8 years, then this is the exit fee because that is the opportunity cost. It would be a safe assumption that most women in this room will not be doing dozens of projects at the same time. And the length of time in each project is quite long. So imagine you're engaged in a project. You say no to another project because you're engaged in this project. And this one falls through. This is not bread and anda which will come again the next moment. You will have to wait for something else to materialize for that length of time and commit your time and resources to that. So there is a huge opportunity cost when projects get abandoned or don't take off as intended. Therefore, what I did here was say yes to the lump sum pricing because it's fair, it's business sense. But no, I cannot work at the unit price that I worked for in 2015. I'm not the same person anymore, and neither are you. And then you ask them a question that they cannot say no to. Have you not grown in these 10 years, sir? And this person I'm dealing with, this client, he's 65. He's 65. No woman in his house has ever worked or even studied enough to become something. So you see the psychology on which he's operating, his age, his seniority in the industry. He thinks he can get away by simply asking me to work at this price because everybody else he meets, he decides the terms, he decides the price. So, so see what is happening here. We have allowed the perception, the assumption that yes, if I ask Hema, she'll do it at this price. If I ask Madhulika, she will agree. We need to change that about how we communicate our value. And this is for all service providers. Now, I would like you to take a moment to think about how women are more likely to undersell, use apologetic language. Do you remember a lot of times you say, oh no, sorry, but I don't think I can. Why are you saying sorry? Or sometimes you'll say, you'll over justify your price. Does Louis Vuitton justify why they charge you that much for a bag? Forget all of that. Christian Dior. There was a whole sting operation where they saw how much it takes to produce a Christian Dior bag and how many times is the markup. Do they care to explain? No. In fact, they look down upon you if you pick up the bag and touch and feel and do all of this to see if it's, those sales associates will give you a glaring eye. They don't over justify. Think of you, yourself, your product, your service, however small, even if you're a red brick provider, as basic as that. Think of yourself as luxury and behave like that. Does this mean arrogance? No. Does this mean delusional confidence? No. I'm not asking you to do what Instagram is asking you to do. Every second reel is saying, believe in abundance and you will have it, and dress like you're abundant and talk like you're abundant. No. That works only on Instagram. In reality, think of luxury as genuine elegance, as how when something is high value, it behaves like it's high value. It does not over justify. It does not use apologetic language. It does not say, sorry, I'll not be able to do it at any lower than this. One thing that in my company is a given. So when we send a quote to a client and they get back saying what is the best price, we say we have a no negotiation policy. A couple of times, and I work with a lot of MNCs, a couple of times the purchase department calls, because purchase department का तो existence ही इसलिए है ना कि वो प्राइस तोड़ के लाएंगे. अगर वो प्राइस तोड़ के नहीं लाएंगे तो उनका जॉब ही नहीं रहेगा. So a lot of times purchase department will call and say, थोड़ा तो कर दीजिए, हमको दिखाना पड़ेगा हमने आपसे बात की है. And I will tell them, okay, for you, I will reduce 5,000 rupees. And then he will say, but वो तो कुछ ही नहीं किया आपने, but this is not enough. Then I tell them, we've already noted that this is a no negotiation policy workplace. This is our no regrets pricing. I am happy that you go and check prices of the same service elsewhere. The fact that you're still talking to me means you see value in me that you don't see elsewhere. And my work speaks for itself. None of my clients have left me all of these years. There is only repeat business. They know what they get here, and that is why they come back. I will not compromise. This is my no regrets pricing. And if your client believes that, the purchase manager is just doing his job. You have to very gently and assertively send the purchase manager back where he came from. Once or twice, I've even documented in the email, dear so and so, although we have a no negotiation policy, but due to your hard insistence, I am making an exception. फिर वो 10, 12, 5,000 टाइप्स किसी एक चीज में कम कर दिया, दूसरे चीज में पेमेंट टर्म को 45 डेज से 60 डेज कर दिया, मेक इट लुक लाइक बहुत बड़ा एहसान कर दिया उनके. And then say, looking forward to close this. It will scare you initially. You'll feel like you're losing business. You might even lose one or two. but the ones that will stay. And I urge you to read that article. Raji, is there any way we can share the article with the group? Do you all have like a WhatsApp group that Raji can put it on?
Yes, it's
Uh,
there.
yeah, so
Yeah,
if possible, ask Raji to share the article
Yeah.
with you. I'll give her the link so that वो
Sure.
photo का paper नहीं पढ़े आप proper link पढ़ें.
Please.
One of those things that I've written in the article is this: the ones that will stay, the ones that will sign you after this will never leave you. That business will stay. Same as the way you handle your iPhones and fold phones. They will stay. They will accept you for the value that you bring. They will tell 5 other people about your value and they will stay. This is a rite of passage. There was a time I was saying yes to every business when we started, say 10 years ago. Today I'm not. So find where you are on the curve. And if you find yourself at a point where you're comfortable, I don't like to use the word successful. If you're comfortable, then start asserting your value and see who stays. It'll also naturally filter who is your audience. It will show you who do you actually work for. It will show you who are the clients worth having. It'll also bring into perspective the Pareto principle. Are you aware of that? Okay. So basically what it says is 20% of your client should bring 80% of your revenue. Find your 20%. So I'll simplify it. I have 10 clients. 2 clients should bring 80% of my revenue. Rest 8 clients are chotu clients. They together contribute 20% of my revenue. That is when I know that the business is self-sustained and value-based. So, but for you to find those 2 clients that pay 80% of your revenue, you'll have to allow that natural filtration to happen. Yeah. Okay. 1 second. Yes. So we discussed being nice, but there are also some very common under evaluation traps that we as women are prone to. I'm just a small firm. And sometimes if you are married to very successful and wealthy men, oh, this is just something I do on the side. Because you don't want to be seen as someone who has to work to earn. Why? What is wrong with that? I earn my own money. My husband's very wealthy, but my money is my money. His money is also my money, yes, but my money is my money. So no, this is not a side project. A lot of times you will be tempted to quote less before you are even asked. Don't do that. Don't ever be in a hurry to send your price. Don't ever be in a hurry to send your quote. Keep asking questions, gaining clarity. Let them say, can you now submit your quote? And when they say that, ask more questions about their budget. Ask questions about their vision for the project. And then quote based on that vision. Am I solving a 500 million problem or am I solving a 10 million problem? Even if my solution is the same, if I'm solving a 500 million problem measured by impact, the client stands to gain 500 million because of what you do. Price yourself accordingly. A client stands to gain X because of what you do. So a lot of times I made this mistake. I had this fee chart, like I told you, 2015, when that client came to me, I said, okay, ye service ka 1 lakh every installment that I do this service. Another client came to me, and in real estate, the per square feet pricing differs so widely from area to area. I didn't realize the other client that came to me, he was selling apartments in his project for 10x the price that my previous client was. But because मेरा fee chart था ना, मैंने उसको भी 1 lakh ही बोला. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have quoted. I should have waited, asked more questions, gained more clarity, understood the vision, understood how I am contributing to his vision. And if I have a significant role, then I ask for a significant fee. Fourth mistake, which is explaining your effort, not outcome. You know, I'll have to use my entire team for this. We'll have to make 500 drawings for this. This requires a lot of detailing. Nobody cares. वो तो आपका काम है. A developer actually told me on my face once, वो आपका काम है. How do you do it? I don't care. मैं आपको नहीं बताता ना, मुझे इतना सीमेंट लगा, इतना स्टील लगा. मैं अपार्टमेंट की प्राइस बताता हूँ. Nobody cares how many people in your team, how many drawings, how many nights you spent on it. Nobody cares. Everybody cares about outcome. Spell the outcome. Base your price on the outcome. Base your price on the impact you have on his vision. And see how things change. Now, after this session, don't try and overnight revolutionize everything. I don't want your business to get affected. So you'll have to do it step by step. Because I see some of the faces, I can almost see the faces like shining. Resist the urge to do it overnight. I'm helping a few entrepreneurs and intrapreneurs do this as a sustained effort. So they have sessions with me once in a week, once in 15 days. And we've done it over months where we've changed not just their value perception, but how they operate, what kind of clients they attract. And no, I don't do manifestation and law of attraction. I do this very scientifically, which by the way is the base for law of attraction and manifestation, जो Instagram आपको नहीं सिखा रहा है. It's only telling you attract a yellow Lamborghini. No. How do you get there? So I see some faces resist the urge. There is a way you do it step by step, methodically, and in a sustained fashion. Going forward, I think we've covered this across the earlier few slides, but just summarizing. Develop the clarity. What do you stand for? So, and on my Instagram, the first sentence is helping businesses go from good to great. That's what I stand for. So, good to great jaane ke liye, if I have to work on the leadership, because I'm also a leadership coach, I do that. If my firm, which is Morningstar, has to work on their reputation management and community strategy, we do that. If I, as a person, as a business coach, have to handhold, let's say, an entrepreneur or an entrepreneur to make this journey, I do that. Have that clarity. What is it that you and your firm do and for whom? Have that clarity. Ensure there is consistency in that. Today, I will only work with holiday projects. Tomorrow, I will take up whatever residential commercial comes my way in the next gully. There has to be consistency. See, Pareto's principle also tells you you'll have those chotu 8 clients that will contribute to 20%. But you are not going to be defined by them. You are going to be defined by those 20% clients that bring 80% of the revenue. Your reputation in the market, your image, your perception is going to be based on these. Your pricing is going to be based on these. So have that consistency. Ensure you tell the same story. I would like to use the word narrative instead of story because a lot of people assume story means bana chada ke batana. So let's say narrative. Ensure your narrative is consistent. Have the confidence. Don't use diminishing language. Oh, I'm just a small firm. Oh, we've always done it. Oh, sorry. And don't try to be nice. Nice is your enemy. Be a good person. Don't be a nice person. In construction, why is it important to own thought leadership? Is because people need to, I don't want to use the word, but I'll have to. People need to be addicted to you and the problems you solve. Get them used to you. Get incapacitate them. नहीं चलना चाहिए उनका काम आपके बिना. Hate to say this, but make this your reality. They get stuck. The first name, oh, I have to call Navita for this. I have to call Megha and check if she can solve this. Or, you know what? Definitely Rashida has a problem, has a solution for this. That is why in this industry, because it is gender imbalanced, because it is inorganized due to being gender imbalanced, you need to own a sweet spot and then communicate about that sweet spot. Share expertise, write articles, be present in panels and talks. On LinkedIn, put out strategic content that helps you claim leadership. Don't try to become a LinkedIn influencer. Don't put a picture of yourself looking good and then some 2 lines of GANs. That is called clickbait. We don't want to become clickbait. A lot of LinkedIn influencers will tell you post daily, use pictures. What will that get you? You're not trying. A respectable business, especially a B2B case like ours, they want to know what problem you solve, what is the outcome, and what is the impact. Yes, putting a pretty looking picture will probably get you more views. Is that what you want to stand for? No, the world has objectified women enough. हमें खुद को तो नहीं करना चाहिए. So when you do LinkedIn also, use it to share your expertise, share articles. Feel free to I can't disclose my client pages because one, I have a non-disclosure agreement and confidentiality agreement with all of my clients. So I can't give you those pages. Also because those clients would like the world to believe कि वो pages वो खुद manage कर रहे हैं, जबकि वो खुद manage नहीं कर रहे हैं, हम कर रहे हैं उनके लिए. But I can ask you to look at my page. My page is not the way a client page is managed. So it's not 100% there, but you'll see some of what I'm talking about on my page. There is expertise, there's articles, there is a certain content leadership that you see in every post. So look at that and shift your mindset, shift your proposal language from task to impact. Start thinking impact and outcome in your communication, in your written documentation, and when you sit down to negotiate. When you sit down to negotiate, always remember that you attack that person's vision. He will not be able to negotiate with you. So you say, to be able to achieve what you're trying to achieve in this project, to be able to do justice to your vision, I will need to bring my A game into this, and that is why this cost. So you're actually telling him that आपको जो चाहिए उसका cost है. If you expect me to go any lower, I will not do justice to your vision, to your expected outcome. So you've basically shifted the whole power dynamic. Now it's him, and most places it is him. It is a he who wants everything. He gets everything, but it comes at a price. This also we've covered, but summarizing in a nutshell, don't sell your hours, sell impact. In our case, Morningstar Brandcom does reputation management and crisis communication. So unconnected to what you do, but just to give you an example, we have a lot of these listed companies as our clients. For a listed company, one crisis, one bad article, one dent on reputation, which means stock price गिर जाएगा. I'm sure this much you understand, even if you're not from my industry. For us, if we avoid a crisis, it is still ROI. So the fact that a client of mine had a manufacturing crisis, जो पेपर में नहीं आया, जो आप जैसे कॉमन मैन को नहीं पता है. So something not happening is also ROI in my case, in my firm's case. Similarly, you have to find that story for yourself. So if you are an architect or if you're an engineer, leakage नहीं होना, sustainable building होना, compliances में नहीं अटकना, चीजें नहीं होना is also ROI. So try to include that language also in your proposals. That why your projects do not have X, Y, Z complaints that I'm not saying others have it. I'm just saying commonly होता है. वो मेरे project में नहीं होता है. So include that language also. This way you build trust and you show your efficiency has ROI. Differentiate. This is equivalent to what we spoke earlier. Find your sweet spot and differentiate what you do and others don't. Most women anyways do extra. I'm using a Gen Z term, extra. अगर हमसे expectation 8 की है, most women will deliver कम से कम 8.25. मतलब हम तो 10 भी देके आ जाएंगे. That is how we are. That is how nature made us. So you don't really have to work hard to find a differentiator. You will easily find one. because it's in your nature. You'll always deliver more than what is expected. You'll always do more than what is expected, even if it is due diligence, even if it is ensuring that project में चोरी चकारी नहीं हो रही है. You will always do more than your male counterpart. Please know that and please believe that. Find your differentiator, communicate that. On your website, in your LinkedIn, in your communication, talk about your tangible wins. My clients don't leave me. The average length of client association in my system is 5+ years. Use tangible outcomes, not activities. I made this project, I covered these many tangible, these many square feet, these many years. Use all of that. Just like your industry, my industry, which is communication and coaching, there is a dilemma. A lot of the work that we do is intangible. What people see is a building, what people see is a structure. What people don't see is the number of drawings, the plannings, the trial and errors, all of that that has gone into it. There is a lot of intangible effort that people don't see. So it's a dilemma that your industry and my industry shares. Like I mentioned to you, I have clients who have these weekly and fortnightly sessions with me booked for months in advance because they want to, let's say, do this journey. But people who don't know this, people who don't understand this value, क्या करते हैं आप वो कॉल में? 1 hour की Zoom meeting में आप, how do you teach people how to run their business? What is the structure of that call? What do you give in that call? No, I'm not giving you any mantras or switch codes and law of attraction. I'm not giving you all of that. What I'm giving you is intangible, but the impact and the outcome is tangible. So shift the intangibility dilemma. And clients will obviously struggle to pay a price for what they can't see. They can't see your efforts. Believe me, they can't. You have to show them you have to help them see the invisible, the analogies, the case studies, the outcome mapping. Show them all of that and then they'll pay. Basically, clients pay for problems that you solve, not the services that you render. Service providers बहुत है market में. You have to show how you solve a problem and what is the value you bring to the table. What is your confidence? How do you reduce risk for them? So for my firm, for Morningstar, for reputation management clients, we tell them that your risk is reduced, your stock price will not fall. We will ensure that. Build long-term trust. Get them used to you. Call it a manipulation tactic or what you will. काम नहीं चलना चाहिए तुम्हारे बिना उसका. Make them yours long term. Incapacitate their thinking and decision making to happen without you. See if you get your price or not. And that's it. I think I managed to cover it in good time. And now should we open for questions, considering I have a hard stop at between 11:30 and 11:45. I have to get somewhere actually at 12. So we have enough time. Let's take questions, comments, feedback. Thank you, Navita. I'm seeing your chat now. Oh, I'm seeing so many things in the chat now.
Yes.
I've been texting.
Yeah.
Guys,
If anybody has any questions, please unmute yourself. We can have a very nice interactive open session as well.
Can I say
Ladies?
me?
Sure, sure. Go for
Okay.
it.
So recently, a client called me because he had a very specific problem. And he said, no, actually, they already had quotes from other people. And I was not too aggressively pursuing them. I was like, okay about it. But once they had a specific problem of a very small area compared to how big the problem project was, and they got a bit worried about how they will design the play area to accommodate more children, but in a smaller space, like 650 flats. But jitna space dena chahiye utna hai nahi hai, and that is the. And then the builder said, okay, call Rashida, because this is something ye thoda difficult hai. Call Rashida first. So he called me I gave him a better design. I gave him everything better. Okay, I explained the design, how we are going vertical, this, that, everything, and all of that was hunky dory. But instead of giving me the order, they took my design and they got it done from someone else. So they called me. The recall value was good. They wanted me to solve the problem.
You
But
solved
in
their
spite of
problem.
that, they were too stuck on, no, this design someone else is giving me in X and you are giving me in Y. And, so it was a bit of a issue. I mean, I just thought, okay, I will not service them
I'll
next
tell you
time.
two things. One, you felt very good that the recall value is high and the client has called you.
Yeah.
और आपने solution दे दिया उनको phone पे या whatever meeting में. You need to frame the problem and say, I will get back to you with a solution. And this is my fees. A lot of times we get excited and we give the answers. Okay, I'm going to be very selfish. Today, if I were in this half an hour, view my entire playbook, how will I run my business? You have to give them enough for them to want to know more. And if you have to know more, you have to pay. Very simple.
Okay, the problem here is that in my business, people don't charge for designs. That's one. And number two, this was a particular problem which was, I mean, it was at the last stage of the order and there were other
Even
things
better,
happening.
last stage of the order पे हमेशा client desperate होता है. Doesn't the world capitalize on our desperation? It does, no? You saw what happened in COVID, right? Why don't we capitalize on people's desperation? It's business at the end of the day. We are too nice. Don't be nice.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you
Agreed.
so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anuja, you had a question?
Hi.
Hello, I just wanted to say hi to Chetna. It was a nice session, Chetna. I joined a little late. It was very
Oh,
nice.
thank
And
you.
मेरे questions तो मैं तुमको personally पूछ लूंगी. Another thing, but I have
100%.
one question during your presentation. So you said you have to be, you need to make your client to be, आपके बिना काम नहीं चलना चाहिए. It's the word
Correct.
you have used. So does it
Right.
mean we have to reply to each and every queries to them and we have to be very attentive to them? Does it, what do you mean by that?
See, yes. So as far as service goes, that is a non-negotiable in my agency also. That spoil the client with service. But does that mean I respond to every message and email? Maybe not. Somebody from the team does. But the the attitude, spoil karo. Also, since we are all women in this group, I'll tell you something. Most men have been raised by like that by their mothers. Psychologically, this is a hack. Spoil them.
Wonderful, wonderful. I like this. I like this. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Anybody else has a question? Actually, I came on my phone and I'm not able to see the hands. Please, if anybody has the hands raised, do unmute and ask.
Do you need me to check?
Amita, you can just help if anybody, because on the phone I'm not able
I'm
to
checking
check.
it out. Yeah.
Sure.
Hi,
I
Chetna.
don't think
It's
anybody
Nitya
has.
here. I haven't raised my hand, but can I ask you a question,
Of
please?
course,
Sure,
of
sure,
course.
sure, please.
Okay. Chetna, this was one of the most informative sessions. Thank you so much for encapsulating so many of our problems.
Thank you. Thank
So I'm not an entrepreneur, but
Okay.
I'm from the corporate real estate and I have moved around different platforms. So one question to you, whatever you said now, instead of a product, can we replace the product with a person, say an employee who's looking out for jobs?
It
Use the
applies. So what I
same kind
taught
of
you
a
today,
framework.
what I spoke about today, if
Mm-hmm.
any of you noticed, it was a lot more psychology and a lot less business management.
Hence this question, would this
Yes, so it'll
work
apply to everything. It'll apply to
if the
everything.
product is a person's skill and a person marketing themselves as the
Yes.
product
So
or the
I
solution?
have clients who come for coaching clients, let's say, and these are very senior people and who are making the move either from one company to another, or within the company they want to like break through a new level, and sometimes they come with these kind of things. How do I market myself internally? So this is somewhat on those lines. Am I right? Sorry, I'm not able to see you. Where are you?
Yeah. Yes.
So, so yes, Netra, I see you now. So yes, it applies to a person as well, because
Okay.
personal branding, you make yourself indispensable at work.
Mhm.
You make yourself a personal brand, and that'll also get you headhunted. Remember that.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So what Chetna, I don't know, but this is my take, Chetna. What you are saying is that whether you are an entrepreneur, you become the brand, right? You
Yeah.
are.
Yes, yes, yes. People should say, I want Amita. Whether you're looking for a job or a client, people should say, I want Amita. And when 5 people say, I want Amita, then Amita decides her price.
So, Chetna, sometimes you get torn between becoming a personal brand of your company or making the company a brand. So, what is your take on that? Because the IIM, ISB courses were two different takes altogether on the whole thing, and you've gone through that as well. But so, what is your, from your experience?
I
A
think
pers
it'll depend on what you do,
Okay.
uh, and whether your expertise is one of the expertise of the firm. So, for example, if you look at my company's website, which is morningstarbrand.com, right? Uh, there is stuff that the company does. There is stuff that I do. There is an overlap, but there is also this mutually
Hmm.
exclusive areas that exist on both diagrams. So, what we've done in our company is we've managed to um, keep the positioning separate, but the spokesperson same.
Acha.
We've done that.
Okay. Because this is a very, I mean, this is a burning topic. Many people keep
Yes,
asking as
I'm
well, like,
sure.
when you are leading businesses or, yeah.
I'm
Okay.
sure.
So at least in abroad, I've seen that, when you have the principal designer designing certain projects, the fees are way higher. There is a markup
Yes.
put. If you want, like, if
Yes,
you want a
same here.
normal, same, like, if you want the Zaha Hadid to actually design, obviously it's going to be a bit more than the company designing for you and stuff.
So
Okay.
what we do in my company in Morningstar Brandcom, so we are two partners, Gaurav and I. So if Gaurav and I have to be involved in a project, the project will come at a certain price. If the
Hmm.
company has to do the project, which by the way, also Gaurav and I will supervise.
Of
But
course.
supervision अलग होती है, involvement अलग होती है.
Correct.
So my time, let's say, comes at an X price, Gaurav's time comes at a Y price. This X and Y will get attached to the cost if the client insists that I want Chetna Gaurav to be personally involved.
Correct.
Then what happens? Then that client will call, he will deal with the team, yes, but he has the option, the freedom, the indulgence to simply pick up the phone and call either of us and say, Iska kya hua hai? Yeah, I'm stuck here. What is your view? That time I can't say things like, let me speak to the team and come back to you. No. The fact that he's paid the X and the Y for Gaurav and Chetna's involvement means Gaurav and Chetna have to be involved enough कि जब वो call आएगा, you should have an answer. You can't say, let me check the details and get back. No. So that
Hmm.
differentiator is there. For other clients who are paying for the company, but company is also ours, no? So reputation तो हमारी है जिसके नाम से काम आ रहा है. तो वहाँ I
Correct.
can say things like, you know what, let me get to the bottom of this and come back to you. I can't appear clueless even there because in my case,
Hmm.
just like yours, नाम पे काम आ रहा है. So Morningstar could have
Hmm.
been any star,
Correct.
but किसके वजह से काम आ रहा है? So that you'll always have to maintain that standard, and you maintain that standard long enough, it becomes default. So today, even the junior most person in my company knows that this is the standard we have to maintain. इसके नीचे नहीं जा सकते. So you do it for long enough, and we are now 10 plus years of Morningstar. So अब वो, now it has become a part of our, like the culture fabric of the organization has become that. So it'll take
Excellent.
that long, but that is also when you start commanding your value, no?
Hmm. Agreed. And I think the session was awesome, absolutely awesome. I mean, all of us, you can see all the comments coming in as well. I think this was a pain point for many, and there are many women in the group who have men working under them. And there's been this comment as well that many of them we are not taking seriously. How do we make them listen to us and stuff like that? So I think many of the solutions that you've given us is going to help them as well. Thank you so much for the
Certainly.
session.
Thank you, Raji. And
Girls, any more questions?
we both took forever to have our calendars synced up.
God.
I hope it has been worth it.
No, it was really. Thank you so much. And I think it was a wake-up call. And
sorry, someone
yeah,
was trying
so
to
many of these, Amita. So I'll just finish, Amita. So many of the things that you said, Chetna, I had started implementing last year. And I've been telling many of the girls out here, when you give a fee code, give a choice. I think the word choice I put up in my board also where I work. Give a choice and give a choice that all the choices work in your favor, not in theirs. But they should feel they've been given a choice.
Right, right.
Fee code also in a particular way,
So
and the
sometimes
success rates have been way higher than before. Yeah.
Sometimes when I'm working with solopreneurs who have issues in creating their pricing strategy, one of the tactics is choice. How we use choice will of course differ. Like you said, you give them choices. I give my clients choices, and which indirectly means that you get what you pay for. So
Yeah.
you pay less, they get less.
Yeah. Yeah. Any other questions? Amita, you had something to say?
I was just saying that the wait was worth it. So
Thank you. Can we take a group picture?
Yes, please. If Dipti, are you taking?
So everybody,
Anybody on the
please
computer? Yeah.
put your videos on.
We'll also take a picture with the PPT.
Sure. I took
How
one. I
does
put it on the group. I'll send it to you as well, Chetna.
Okay, great. ठीक है. I think you all have made a LinkedIn post about it, so now it's my turn to make one. If I can have the group picture, I'll certainly make one. And
Sure.
please show your when I make that post. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
thank you
I've
so
also
much.
posted on the chat my coordinates because some of them wanted a one-to-one conversation. So I posted my phone number, email address, and both websites, the firm website and Chetna Israni website. Thank you. Stay in touch and hope to see
Yes,
you in
thanks a
person
ton,
sometime.
Chetna. Yes,
Amazing
100%. We
session,
would love to
Chetna.
call you.
Loved
Yeah.
it.
Thank you.
We would love to call you, Chetna, for annual meet as well. I'll keep in touch with
We'll
you.
do that. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye,
Thank you so
everyone.
much
Thank
again.
you.
Bye.
Thank you.
No clue, dude.